Hey friends, Miranda here, and today I have a very exciting video for you guys. It's actually one that's been highly requested by several of you, and that is a look at my movie collection. Now, I am super excited to share with you guys a little sneak peek, a little overview of all this beauty back here. But yeah, you guys, I've always been huge on movies since I can remember. I remember like back in the day, for Christmas, always asking for movies. And as a family, we'd always go out to the movie theaters, go see all like the new releases and stuff like that. And it's just something that I've really enjoyed. But it wasn't up until, I want to say maybe last year, that I kind of started to get more into it. And let me tell you, movie collecting is addicting, you guys. But there is just something so satisfying about being able to go up to your own collection of movies at your own time and just pick out whatever you feel like watching. If you ever just had it happen where you're like in one of your streaming apps, or like if you have Xfinity, you go to like On Demand or YouTube, whatever the case may be, and there's just absolutely nothing that sparks your interest, nothing that you want to watch, but you can go to your movie collection and just pick out any good old title that you feel like watching. And it's just, I love having all the options, you guys. Now, keep in mind though, my collection is not as big as other YouTubers or people you may have seen on Instagram. I've seen collections as big as like 40,000. It's insane, I know. But it's an enjoyable kind of hobby, I guess you could say, a passion of mine. Okay, I got interrupted and I lost my train of thought, you guys. But anywho, yeah, I love collecting movies. Now, as a kid, we were kind of always more into like the whole new release kind of thing, movies that were happening in that time. So I'm not too familiar with everything that's kind of before my time. I mentioned this in a previous video. So right now, kind of my thing is trying to see other movies that are before my time. Now, I don't have like very many in my collection, but it's something I'm interested in. And I think that's also part of the fun part about being a movie collector, is just finding all these hidden gems that you've never seen before. Even if it's a movie that you completely hated, at least you got to watch it. But there's definitely some really awesome titles out there, some hidden gems. And I just always love going and like checking out people's recommendations and stuff like that. It's fun, you guys. And I enjoy having my collection. I'm proud of it. I am just past 1K. I'm not quite sure. I haven't quite counted recently. I counted like maybe a few months ago, but few months that have passed, I have gone a little cray with the movies, you guys, and I have more stuff on the way. So yeah, but anywho, let me go ahead and take you guys in, just give you a little overview, so you guys can kind of see some of the titles. Now, I'm fairly new to the whole kind of Blu-ray hype thing. I still love DVDs, so most of my collection is DVDs. It wasn't until probably this year that I actually started collecting some Blu-rays, and especially like new releases and stuff like that. I'm trying to get like on Blu-rays and stuff, so I don't have a huge Blu-ray collection, but I still want to share everything with you guys. Alright, you guys, so here it is, my movie collection. So right off the bat, this first shelf is actually all like my horror, thriller kind of movies. I used to not really have any at all, but thanks to like Dollar Tree and Horrorpack and just things I've been picking up recently, it's starting to slowly but surely grow. I do love a good horror movie, good thriller, suspense, all of that. I love a good like jump scare, and so this is definitely one part of my collection that I do want to grow fairly big. So I have a lot I still need to add to it. I have all my loose discs in here, which I am not a fan of loose discs. I need them in a case, but I've managed to get it down to that much. I used to have more, but since I've been kind of buying things, I've been doubling up and just getting rid of the ones that I ended up getting a case for. So then these next few shelves are actually movies that are all based on like true stories, true events kind of thing. I love movies like that. I've said it plenty of times. So we have all of those there. Got a few on Blu-ray, not too much. So if it's like certain things, like a series of movies or something, I'll try to keep them all together. Like all my true story stuff I want to keep together. So I'll have like the DVDs and Blu-rays together. Some random titles, and then a lot of these are actually like multi-feature. So like double feature, triple, quadruple, you name it. I have a few musicals, which I love musicals, but I just for some reason don't have very many. So that's something I'm looking to grow as well. And then like my little itty bitty Halloween stuff here. Not really much that I have there. If you guys have any recommendations for me, let me know. I am a huge Tyler Perry fan, and I just think he is a great director. He knows how to pick his cast, and I love me some Medea, you guys. So I left some space because I am missing a few titles of his. I don't really care for the plays, just like the movies though. So I'm missing a few titles that I still need to pick up, so I left the space for that. And then everything is just in like no specific order. Eventually, I will try to alphabetize everything once I get some like better shelving and stuff like that. That way it'll make it like a million times easier to, you know, find a title if I'm like specifically looking for it and whatnot. So we have all of these. Then this stack that I have down here, just a couple of random titles there, but the majority of it is like all of my Christmas movies, at least all the ones that I like and that I've seen. If you guys have any recommendations that I should add, then drop a comment. All right, so one of the perks of my job, I work at a trash pickup service place, and so, you know, people's trash becomes one's treasures, and I found this the other day, you guys, this beautiful shelf here. Now it does need some sanding, paint job down the road because it does have some like, you know, scratches and stuff. The back panel of it was completely off, but hubby was able to fix that, and he was actually the one who spotted it, and he's like, hey, this would be perfect for my movies. I'm like, heck yeah, let's take it home. So he fixed that for me, and like I said, down the road we'll be, you know, fixing it up a little bit better. But it could not have come at a more perfect time, you guys. So up there, I have my little snapper case collection. Honestly, I'm a sucker for a snapper case. I know some people don't care for them, but I do. It's kind of like my guilty pleasure when it comes to movies, is the snapper cases. So I have a little collection up there, and anytime I can find them and whatnot, then I do pick them up. My little Cheech and Chong, which surprisingly, I actually don't have those movies in my collection, but I really want to, but they're actually pretty expensive on Amazon. But that's one collection I want to add. But my sister got that for me, got the Tin Man, and we got Alf up there as well. And then you guys, my little chipmunks and chipettes there, I actually got them about a year, maybe 2 or so ago at Goodwill. They have their little tags on them. They're by the TY brand. Theodore's missing his. I think it fell off somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, you guys, I thought that was an awesome find. I thought that was so stinking cute. So let me just go ahead and give you guys a little overview of all the movies that I have here. So like I said, like when it comes to collections, if I have some on DVD, if I have some on Blu-ray, I kind of try to keep those together. And then like just the rest of my Blu-ray is separate or whatever. But so got all of this stuff here too. And you guys, I'm honestly not about like wasting the money and kind of upgrading. Whatever I have on DVD, it's staying on DVD. If there is like a certain movie that I truly do want to like upgrade, I will. But for the most part, I'd rather not like, you know, spend that extra to upgrade. I know lots of people are all about upgrading, but I am totally fine with just having a certain movie on DVD, you guys. But definitely like new releases and stuff like that, or even like Disney movies are probably the ones that I would stick to getting like on Blu-ray. Like I said, Blu-ray collecting is still fairly new to me. It's something that I started this year, and so most of my collection is pretty much DVDs, as you can see. And then the very bottom shelf down here. So then I have this shelf here with some movies on it. That space down there is actually where all those movies that are on the big shelf were. So I was able to free up all that space down there. But so like I said, this is all my Blu-rays that I have here, you guys, on this shelf. I want to get another shelf like the big one. That way it's just easier to, you know, look through the movies and stuff like that, because obviously with having them like this, it's a little bit more complicated because there's, you know, I have a stack here. They have these stacks. There's stacks behind those. You can see there's some like way in the back there. But like I said, I don't really have too many, but this is what I have so far. And then over here, I actually have like some, like, you know, seasons, like movie series, that kind of stuff. The Twilight Zone, you guys. This isn't the old one, and it's not the new one. It's the one that came out like in the 2000s. I got this for like 15 bucks at Fred Meyer. And right now on Amazon, I've seen it for as much as like $200. So there's some days, like some weekends, where I just binge watch these because I love this show, but I love like this time, that like the 2000s version of it. And then just some other little shows and stuff that I got going on there. You would think that since I have 3 kiddos, my like animated cartoon section would be bigger, but it's not. And I actually don't have a whole lot of Disney titles. That's one thing I need to work on, is this section here, like cartoons, animated stuff like that. But this is what I have so far. I do have like my Disney Channel originals there as well, which I am a sucker for. You guys know that. They're hard to come across though, so I pick them up when I can. So I still have some on my little wish list that I have. But there's, you know, stacks there. There's some more way in the back. So yeah, like I said, this isn't like my ideal shelf unit for this. Back there I have like all my Scooby-Doo and like Tom and Jerry that I've picked up from Dollar Tree. Then I have all of this like DC stuff, which I don't know if I'm actually going to keep it because it's not my cup of tea. But my son, he doesn't even pay any mind to them. And a lot of them I've just opened and they've never been watched. So I may end up getting rid of those. I don't know yet. Then right here, I also have like all of my movies that are in Spanish, you guys. Not a whole lot. I have like a couple like soap operas that I used to watch, some things that are hubbies and whatnot. And then just some like packs of movies that I have here, like my Rocky, I Know What I Did Last Summer, Ren and Stimpy, that kind of stuff. And then up top, I do like to kind of collect like stuffed animals and stuff like that. So actually Eeyore and Pooh Bear, he's missing his shirt, which I think is somewhere in the kids' room. Tigger, I've had these ever since I was a little girl. Always been a huge fan of Winnie the Pooh. Paddington, I actually got for free. I don't really remember where, but I got him and I got Madeline back there, which I have that Madeline. And then I have this one back here that I actually got thrifting a while back. She has her little dog Pepito. If you guys ever watched Madeline, it was a cartoon back in the day. It took place in like Paris, and she was like this little girl who lived like in an orphanage run by nuns. She had her like little like French accent and everything. One of my favorite shows growing up. So I actually have the 2 dolls, which I couldn't be happier about. Curious George here, my uncle gave to me, I want to say for like my 10th birthday, and I still have him, you guys. Reptar. I actually bought off a hauler recently. Elroy here, he was always my favorite from the Jetsons. He's just so stinking cute. I actually got him out of one of those like claw prize machine thingies. Things are always so hard to pick up, but I was so happy to win him. This little Frankenstein SpongeBob, I got him at a Hallmark store that was going out of business. So yeah, and then last but not least, over here we have Mickey, Minnie, their clothes are somewhere in this house, and Donald. And you guys, these actually kind of hold a, you know, a little bit of sentimental value because these things are as old as I am. Well, actually they're older because they belong to my brother before they belong to me. So these are between like 30 to like 37 years old, you guys. But you see, she has like yellowing in her eyes and stuff like that. But you know what? I still have them, which is crazy. But yes. So that's my collection, you guys. And I hope you enjoyed. Movie collecting is just, it's my thing right now, you guys. And I couldn't be happier. I am constantly adding to it. Whether it be stuff I purchase online, stuff I pick up thrifting, whatever the case may be. But my collection is just always growing, and my goal is to, if you guys haven't seen my Amazon wish list, it's just a list that I made of like all the movies that I'm still on the hunt for. And hopefully one day, all of those movies will be in my collection, you guys. So keep up the hunt, you guys. Keep on collecting. Thanks for watching. Join the family if you haven't, and I'll see you in my next video, you guys. Bye.